Good to have you with us today. Russian swimmer and Rio silver medalist Yulia Yefimova has spoken about the recent doping scandal surrounding Russian athletes, claiming the whole thing's been politicized. She made headlines after her fellow competitors gave her a tough time in Rio. Some booed the swimmer and others called her a cheat, claiming she was a part of the entire alleged Russian doping program.
You wave your number one finger and you've been caught drug cheating. I'm not a fan.
I think Lily is right. I think something needs to be done.
Cheaters are cheaters. Yefimova has tested positive 5 times, and she's gotten away with it again. That's just not fair on the rest of the athletes who are clean.
Well, her time in Rio was tough, but her road to the Olympics was rocky as well. Yefimova is a 4-time world champion. Back in 2013, she was found guilty of doping and suspended for 16 months. She was banned from the Rio Olympics after failing a drugs test for a newly forbidden drug. But she appealed and was cleared to compete just a day before the Games opened. Well, RT talked to Yulia Yefimova about the scandal surrounding Russian athletes.
He said he was no longer allowed to coach me. He did not have this problem with any other guys, just me. I was hurt by his decision. I'm afraid that if I move somewhere for a new coach, there will be sanctions again, and I will be on my own. I don't want that to happen. I don't need another coach telling me 6 months before the Olympics that he can no longer work with me. It was scary. That's not how we were raised. We were taught to believe that sport must be separate from politics. But still, considering all I've gone through, I don't know how I managed to get even that far. Maybe I was just so angry that it helped me. Maybe I was trying to prove something to somebody, to myself, to the whole world. It felt like it was me against the world, and that was really hard. There are people in every country who take performance enhancers. Usually, when they expose 1 or 2, they simply turn a blind eye to it. But with Russia, it's different. We are under some kind of political pressure. We simply found ourselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, so they let the hounds loose on us and started accusing Russian athletes of all sorts of things. But if we take another country and do the exact same investigation there, I'm absolutely sure we will find the same results. To anyone still thinking it wasn't political, here's why it was. When there are violations, you can always come to some agreement. For example, you can suspend the athlete. But in the case of our Paralympians, who were absolutely clean and had no history of violations, they were all banned. All of them. I recently had surgery, and they were supposed to administer a certain drug during it. The doctors insisted because I needed it to get better. After all I went through, I am overly cautious. I don't take anything. So they asked me, what if it's life or death? And I said, I don't care. I'm not going to take anything. There's a huge amount of paperwork, and it all has to be filled out correctly, because if we don't, it creates additional problems. I really don't know how it works. What if I get into a car accident? Does it mean they will ban me right away? It's all really quite scary.